I was the laziest, most weak-minded person any of you could have ever met. Trust me when I tell you that. But I made the decision to change that. And that's what I did. And I want you to know you could do the same thing. I decided to just turn the camera on. I had an idea about what I wanted to talk about, but not specifically. Like sometimes, you know, I'll write everything down, but I just wanted to have a conversation, so I'm going to continue that series, The Conversation. I haven't done one of these videos in a while. If you're new to the channel, my name is Robert Brix Glover. I lost 140 pounds a few years ago, and the transformation that happened on the inside is way more drastic than the transformation that happened on the outside. So I try to share a lot of my life experiences in hopes to help motivate and to help just guide people as much as I can, and for people to learn from my mistakes, because I made a lot of mistakes. And today I want to talk about one of the biggest mistakes I've ever made in my life. And this mistake, honestly, was the best and the worst thing that ever happened to me. I know I mentioned to you guys before that I got into some trouble with the law, and this was like 5-6 years ago. But this kind of led me to fitness, but I'll get to that. I do these type of videos not to just like put my business in the streets, but I know it's a lot of people who can relate to a lot of things that I've been through. And I just want you to know that even though you've made mistakes in the past, that doesn't define you. Your mistakes don't define you. You can make bad mistakes. I don't think anyone has made more drastic mistakes than me. And you can still change things around and live a fulfilled, purposeful, abundant life. And that's the reason why I make these videos. But anyway, I still haven't decided if I want to like talk about it in detail. All right, let me try to say it in a way where you kind of get the idea without me going into too much detail. I don't want to say I used to have an anger problem, but I'm a man of integrity. I've always been. I've never been a bully. I've never been like a thug per se. But if I felt disrespected, if I felt like you were not displaying integrity and it violated something that I felt inside, right or wrong, I'm just speaking on how I used to think, then I had no tolerance for it. Zero tolerance. You know, if you disrespected my family, if you disrespected me as a man, if you know, came out your face sideways, I would apply hands to people. That's just how I used to be. That's how I used to handle situations, but no longer am I that person. But anyway, I was in a situation where I found myself in a state of rage, right? You know, like when someone does something and it just, like everything turns red. I was in one of those situations, and instead of stopping and thinking, I reacted. I did something that I regret, and it landed me in a lot of trouble. And it was a decision that was based on my principles as a man. And now this doesn't excuse what I did, because what I did was wrong. In that moment, I felt fully justified. I wasn't trying to be a predator of any sort. I wasn't trying to, I wasn't trying to be a bully. I wasn't trying to hurt anyone. Anyway, let me move on. You know, everything turned red. In the moment, I allowed my emotions. I allowed the fact that I felt disrespected. I allowed the fact that this person wasn't showing the type of integrity that I believe that a man should show. I allowed those things to push me to make a decision to do something that I should not have done, right? I had a lifelong battle with, let's say, issues, you know, family issues, financial issues. I had a victim mentality. I just dealt with a lot of stuff. I grew up in the hood, drugs, gangs, all that. When this event happened, I was at the point in my life that I had literally fought to get to the, I had recently graduated college. I had a new job where I was making really good money. I had a brand new car. I had an apartment. Like, I was at the place in my life where I had worked all my life to get to. I can't front. I was kind of feeling myself. And I was in this mindset of that I felt untouchable. And this event, when I tell you, I lost everything. I lost my job. I lost my car. I lost my crib. I lost everything that I had worked all my entire life to get. I lost it all. And, I feel like, God just snatched the rug from under my feet. It was the most humbling times of my life. And when I tell you I needed that, I needed it. It was like I literally hit rock bottom. I hit rock bottom. I now had a felony on my record. I now had nothing. I had no car. I had nothing. I had no money. I went into a really dark depression. And this is where I found fitness. Fitness became the light that I started pursuing from this dark place, which is why I'm so attached to fitness, which is why I want to give you guys this message of fitness and of wellness and of wholeness, because it literally saved my life. Like, not just physically. Yes, I was having diabetes and high blood pressure issues and all that, but fitness saved my life in more than just a physical sense. Spiritually, mentally, I gained mental strength through fitness. I was taught a lot of the lessons that a man needs to learn that I didn't really have, a man in my life or anyone in my life to teach me these sort of lessons that I needed. So that's why fitness is everything to me. That's why I'm so passionate when I talk to you guys about this stuff, because I don't know where I would be right now if it wasn't for me getting to that dark place and finding fitness. Fast forward 5 years or so, 5-6 years, whatever it's been, and now, like, the transformation that happened, like I said in the beginning of the video, the transformation that happened internally is far more drastic. Like, you guys think my before and after is drastic. Like, I'm literally two different people. And you can ask, I think that'll be a good idea. I can interview some people from my past to kind of help you guys get more of a context of who I was. I've always been a good person, but I always made bad decisions. Like, I made bad decisions, and I intended to do well, but I used to excuse my bad actions with good intentions. I'm just a different person, and I'm so passionate about sharing this part of me, because I know it's a lot of people who can relate to this stuff. I know it. I have family members ask me, like, yo, bro, like, how do you put all your business out there? I really feel like I'm a vessel that is being used to just show people what's possible when you free yourself from the mental prison that we put ourselves in. Like, we put ourselves in a mental prison, and it limits what we're able to do. It's not any outside factor that is stopping us. It's almost always us. So I just want to show people what you can create with your life once you decide to just free yourself from those bars that you put yourself in. And that's just what I'm doing right now. Through this camera, as I sit here right now, that's my mission. My mission is to show you guys, and I'm going to continue to show you guys what you can create with your life. Not just like what you can do with your body, but what you can do with your life when you just change the philosophy that you live with. And I'm still learning, of course. Like, I'm kind of still in the toddler stages of this. And as I get older and I get wiser, I'll be able to guide people a lot better. But I'm going to always 1000% give you all of me. Like, I feel like I am, like, my life is not my own, if that makes sense. Like, I feel like I was born to be the vessel, to be just to show people. So, like, nothing's off limits with me. I don't have any problems talking about anything in my life when the time is right, of course. I feel like there's a lot left of my growth to happen, and I just want you guys to be a part of it. I want you guys to witness it. But for all the people who are struggling with weight, struggling with the past, because I feel like most people watching this are people who want to do better for themselves. I feel like the Brick Squad, you know, the type of people that my content attracts are people who are looking to progress or to adopt a progressive mindset. I want you to forgive yourself for anything you may have done in the past. I want you to take your time, be patient with yourself. I want you to form a strategy. First, I want you to form a vision for your life. Like, my vision is so clear. And it was clear from the beginning. Like, even when, you know, I decided to transform my body, like, the vision that I had for my body was so clear that I was overweight trying to give people inspiration. I was still overweight. I was like literally looking into a camera with a double chin, trying to tell people like, yo, you can do this. And I had not done it yet, but I was so sure that I was about to do it that I was trying to get people on board, man. I just know the power we have. We have power. We have power. Oh man, we have so much power. And I just remember feeling powerless. So for anyone feeling powerless, know that your life can change right now. If you make the decision to just make a mental shift right now. It starts with a mental shift. It's still going to take work. It's still going to take time. It's still going to take energy. It's still going to take, you know, you investing into yourself. It's going to take all that. But it can start right now. The change can happen right now. After this video, you can decide that I'm going to make the mental shift and I'm going to take control of my life. I'm going to create the life that I see when I close my eyes. You can make that decision right now because we weren't taught that. We were taught some BS. Like, no, anything's possible. And I hate to be up here sounding like, you know, sounding cliche, but like anything is possible. And I'm dedicating my life to building a life that I'm going to use to inspire people. Because there's no better gift than to be that light in this dark world, man. Like, to be something that makes someone feel good about themselves, you know, to give someone hope. I know what it's like to be hopeless, man, and it's an ugly feeling, and I don't wish that on my worst enemy. We have a lot of opportunity out here, guys. A lot of opportunity out here, but we have to do the work. You can't skip that stage. You have to program your subconscious. You have to develop mental toughness. But it can be done. I was the laziest, most weak-minded person any of you could have ever met. Trust me when I tell you that. But I made the decision to change that. And that's what I did. And I want you to know you could do the same thing. Anyway, I'm going to end the video right here. If you're still watching, because I know this video is probably long, I want to thank you. And I want you to be proud of yourself, because if this sort of content held your attention, that means that you are on another level. You're already there. You want it. And that's half the battle. You want it. So if you're still watching this right now, know that you are special and know that you're going to do great things with your life. I believe in you. I believe in you. Anyway, I'm just trying to share the wellness with you guys as always. So get well and get money.